Hey guys, time for a brand new video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new Marvel film that was released a little while back, which I saw in theaters in 3D on release day, which is, of course, Doctor Strange. This is, of course, most likely going to be the first film in a long line of Doctor Strange movies. Listen, this character is probably going to be extremely profitable. So they have to use them to their full potential. Anyway, I'm going to break down the film for you as easy as I can without bringing in too many spoilers. So, yeah, let's go right ahead and describe the plot. The basic plot of the film is a neurosurgeon, after getting in a car crash, loses the use of his hands, and so goes in search of these odd monks who know how to fix any human, essentially by doing the things that no human can do, telling your own body parts to rearrange themselves. When he figures out that these people are actually, in ways, magicians, he sort of goes underneath their wing, becomes part of their school, and learns magic, and ends up becoming part of a sort of small war against these villain people played by Mads Mikkelsen, or the villain played by Mads Mikkelsen, who want to expose the Ancient One for who she really is, and let Dormammu, this gigantic, spiritual-esque monster, take over the world and bring it into the dark dimension, which is outside of space and time. That sounds like one hell of a plot, doesn't it? And you may think the plot is kind of struggled, haphazardly put together, and seems like it would not really work out too well as a Marvel film. If you think so, you are completely wrong. This, in my opinion, is my favorite Marvel film of all time to this day. Now, there are a lot of things to talk about in this film. The amazing acting, the cinematography, the score, everything works so well in this film that I have to keep breaking it down into different parts. Let's start off with the acting. Now, Benedict Cumberbatch completely embodies the character of Dr. Stephen Strange, a neurosurgeon who loses the use of his hand and basically just loses his motivation in life. It's great to see this extremely arrogant and kind of an asshole of a character become such a motivational hero in the film. It really shows how one person can go from being an asshole to being an amazing person. This film is a true character study that has a lot of stuff going for it, especially in Benedict Cumberbatch's part. Like I said, he is extremely like the actual Dr. Stephen Strange from the comics. He has the exact same personality and works it out in the way that the comics worked it out as well. He feels like the actual Dr. Stephen Strange. He looks in ways like Stephen Strange and works extremely well in the role. But it's not just him that pulls off a great performance. Tilda Swinton, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Mads Mikkelsen all do great jobs in the film as the characters that they're trying to play. Even other actors in the film, small roles, do a phenomenal job to improve the story and keep it going in an extremely interesting way. People like Chiwetel Ejiofor keep the film going. Chiwetel Ejiofor plays Baron Mordo, or in this movie, Karl Mordo, who learns the way of magic and is sort of not really Doctor Strange's sidekick, who in the film is actually Wong. In the film, Chiwetel Ejiofor's character is the sidekick, but in the comics it's Wong. Baron Mordo in the comics was a villain, sort of starting out with the same way Mads Mikkelsen as the villain started out as, and I'm really excited to see Chiwetel Ejiofor show off his acting chops in the later Doctor Strange films and really show that he could be an extremely convincing villain, because this role is the best way to start out in the series for him, because he starts off as the hero and does the complete opposite of Benedict Cumberbatch near the end. Doctor Strange goes from an asshole to a hero in the movie, but in Chiwetel Ejiofor's case, he goes from a hero to a villain, which really shows how this film really puts together the defending or different ideologies of two different people clashing together. Just really, really bringing down the idea that anybody could have these odd secrets at any time. That sort of person is the Ancient One, played by Tilda Swinton, who does a phenomenal job in the role, having these odd secrets of how she is so ancient and really, really bringing it home and really, really just changing the movie. And without her, this movie wouldn't be as good as it is. But the one thing that I need to talk about is the visual effects in this film. This movie makes Inception look like the beta version. This movie has some of the best visual effects I have ever seen in a movie, with visual effects that are just mind-boggling, making you think quite a bit. And my eyes actually sort of started hurting after I saw the movie. It has visual effects that really, really complement the story and the structure of the film, adding in a whole nother layer to keep the movie going. Now, this movie doesn't rely on visual effects. It uses visual effects in the story. The characters are as complex by the visual effects as we are. It changes the whole point of view from being a third-person view straight into a first-person when we get to see these amazing effects. And we are right with the characters as we see these amazing things unravel before our eyes. This movie is, in my opinion, my favorite Marvel movie that I have ever seen to this day. Even better than my once favorite Marvel film, which I do have on 3D Blu-ray, Guardians of the Galaxy. Once my favorite, but now Doctor Strange has taken this movie's spot. It's my favorite Marvel movie of all time. Anyway, thank you guys for watching my review of Doctor Strange. If you liked the video, you can like if you enjoyed it that much. Subscribe if you want to see more, and comment if you want to call me an asshole. This is Jared the Collector telling you, always trust your instincts, because sometimes movies can cheat you. I really stuttered near the end of it.